Good afternoon. If you were to clone a loved one, consider a spouse. It would be kind of hard. They would be young, and the age gap would be huge. That would be impossible. If you were to clone yourself, you would probably have to wait some years to grow up, and that would not provide life experiences for the cloned one or you. Though through a lot of reading and research that I have done, I believe cloning is unjustifiable to humanity and human life and in animals. Unjustifiable. Medical research proves that cloning has very low success, and there are some medical issues that cannot be overlooked. Today, I'm going to speak with you and tell you why cloning is unjustifiable. I would like to explain the physical findings about how it's unjustifiable. I would like to explain the psychological effects that it has on human life. I would also like to explain the spiritual effects that it has on human life and humanity in itself. I believe it's unethical. First point I would like to make was I would like to be discussing how cloning affects you physically and is dangerous. Fung Institute for Engineering and Leadership reports dangers on cloning animals from human adult cells. It also, scientists cloned back in the 90s, there was a sheep that was cloned. Her name was Dolly. As you can see, Dolly looks stressed. She looks sickly compared to the other sheep that is on the right side. Dolly also has 1, 2, 3 legs. Dolly has 3 legs. That affects her physically. Imagine a human being with 1 leg. That would affect them physically, and leading to the next point that I would make, it would affect them psychologically. But first, let me explain the picture on the left. Dolly was created by Ian Wilmot. Ian Wilmot is a scientist who created Dolly in the 90s, and it took 276 times for that study to be successfully done. Even though Dolly was created and she lived with physical abnormalities, and she only lived 6 months. And the next thing that I would like to speak to you all about, that now that we've spoken about the physical traits, let me share with you some psychological problems that happen with cloning animals and humans. Whitehead Institute for Biomedical Research confirmed that even though scientists believe cloning will cure common and rare devastating diseases, you also need to consider psychological effects that they have on your brain, such as the development of the brain, the neurons, the blood vessels, the brain cells, also the chemical makeup that is in the brain. It will cause delay in thinking, and cognitive skills will be balanced at a very high rate. Valparaiso University states that human worth and dignity are affected. Humans feel less significant and less meaningful and less worthy and respectful treatment. Now that we've discussed physical and psychological effects, I would like to speak to you about the spiritual effects of cloning. Cloning disregards spirituality in terms of the creation of life. Cloning disregards the creation of life and spirituality to the point to where National Institute of Health states Christian churches strongly condemn cloning, and any research that credits use or destroys human embryos. That would be like having an abortion before having an abortion. You create embryos, and what if they don't? What if they fail? What if they die? That is considered abortion. You're stopping something with living life from being created because you're running experiments on them. I think that's unjustifiable. All the Western countries in the globe have banned human cloning. Rabbi Reichman explains how cloning and humans challenges beliefs about creation and human relationship with the Creator. Based on the research and facts I covered about the physical, psychological, and spiritual effects of cloning, I'm sure you will agree that cloning is unjustifiable. Next time you hear a news story about cloning in the near future, remember the vital information that I have given you today. Remember, would you want to witness seeing a clone of yourself who would miss human experiences and developing his or her own experiences? Would you like to play catch up to adulthood, or would you rather life to continue at a normal, natural pace of pro-recreation and reproduction that happens in a normal life? Today, I've shared with you information about cloning. I hope that this information persuaded you to understand the unjustifiable statements about cloning. Thank you. Have a nice day.